Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. More on that later in the video. Good morning! Happy Tuesday! Me and Henry have just gotten to the shop and we have a lot to do today. Behind me you can see Big Woody. I scaled up Woody from the kit kiln to 250%, and last week Henry loved building Big Woody, so today we are actually starting the video with building Big Buzz. He can't contain his excitement anymore, so we have to handle that first, so let's get right to that.
I'm so excited.
You're so excited. Let's see, so it says we start with his boots.
So good.
It looks so good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's his belt. Okay, we'll set these over here. The feet are good for now. Where's this one? All right, I got the arms on.
Okay.
And with Woody, that was the hardest part. Scaling it up to 250%, there are some tolerance things that aren't perfect. That's no fault to the designer. They did not intend for this to be done at 250%. But the arms, I knew they were going to give me a little bit of trouble. And so I scaled the whole project to 250%. And the arms I scaled to 249%. And so I actually had a easier time getting the arms in for Buzz. Woody, I didn't do that, and I learned my lesson. So if you decide to scale these up large, leave the arms 1% smaller, and it will go a lot easier. Okay, arms are done. Plate is done.
Oh, that's what it is.
Green one goes on this side.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting close to the end, buddy. Got it. Get the head on. It's on! We did it! Look at this massive Buzz. All right, let's go put it next to Woody on the shelf. Oh no, he doesn't fit. They're gonna have to be beside each other then. Whatever, that looks good enough, I think. All right, the shelves are coming together. And I haven't shown you guys the new shelves, and this is probably not where everything is gonna stay, but I'm trying to make things look a little nicer in here. A nice YouTube background, I guess, a way to show off all the fun prints that I'm printing. So Woody and Buzz, they're the first ones on the shelves, and hopefully I can keep adding more things and turn this into a really awesome fun prints corner. Okay, so we finished Buzz. That was the first thing we needed to take care of today. Next, we need to build a table. As you just saw, we built Buzz on the floor because the two tables I have are being used as decorations, or they're actually holding things. So I bought a third table that I need to put together today, and that is for presentation, for video, for building Buzz, or whatever I want to build. So I'm gonna build it, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. It's my third one, so hopefully by now I've got this kind of figured out. While I'm building this table, let's take a minute and talk about Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. Squarespace helps you build a website with very little experience needed. Thanks to their new AI-powered design intelligence, anyone can build a beautiful, personalized website. Squarespace also makes checkout seamless for your customers. They accept credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, and they also allow customers the option to buy now and pay later with Afterpay. Squarespace also helps you sell your products with an online store. They allow you to sell physical items, digital content, and you can even sell services like design consults. Whatever you're selling, Squarespace can handle it. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Macy Makes 3D to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now, let's get back to work. Yay! We did it. Okay, let me flip it over, clean up this mess, and then we have another printer to unbox. All right, maybe for now, this is a good place for this table to go. I'm sure I'll move it around later. It might be good though. All right, the next printer that I need to unbox and set up. I feel like I've only been doing printer videos for all summer, basically. I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying opening and setting up and running all these fun new printers. But this is the last week that Henry will be here at the shop with me. He's actually going back to school next week. Yay! But hopefully that will give me more time to do more fun videos besides just printer videos. But for this one, we do have another printer. It is the Qidi Q2 with the Qidi box. And I don't know a lot about the Qidi printers, but I am excited to open it up and get it running and see what it's all about. Instructions, quick start guide. This is the top glass. I like it. Okay, here is the HD screen. Oh, I love a good screen. And a flash drive.
Get this out.
Whoa! Don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. And then all the way in the bottom of the box, we have 2 toolboxes. Whew. All right, so the printer is officially out of the box. Now, let's get it unwrapped. Oh, it's so nice looking. The screen is the first thing it's telling me to do, so that's where we will start. All right, HD screen. All right, got it. Okay, the screen, I believe, has been attached. Unlock the platform. Okay. Ooh. A gold PEI sheet. I love a good gold sheet. 280 by 280. Oh no, this says 270 by 270 by 256. That's a little bigger, I think. Okay, that's cool. All right, plate goes in nicely. Toolbox. Some PLA Rapido black. A nice screwdriver. I don't think that's the kind of screws these are, though. No. Okay. A power cord, a bed scraper, and maybe a filament holder? That's not what I need at the moment. There's the tools I'm looking for. I gotta remove 4 screws in here. All right, I finished taking out all the screws. Okay, once I turn it on, I need to remove everything underneath, but I'm not there yet. Unlock the nozzle. Remove the paper box and foam cotton of the nozzle. Okay, we're getting somewhere. All right, now it moves freely and I can get everything off of here. Okay, I'm getting close, I think. So we unlocked the nozzle. So it wants me to put the filament holder on now, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Qidi box and get that on top. And then we will see what we're cooking with inside of here. But to do that, I think I'm gonna need the glass back on top. Man, that was such an easy setup. I feel like I've missed something because of how easy that was, but we'll see when we turn it on. All right, Qidi box. This is their multicolor system. Pretty easy. All right, it's open. Okay, we got a quick start guide for this too. Okay, so definitely we need to put the glass back on. Oh, nice. There's even clips up here that will lock the glass in place. That is cool. Okay. When printing, push the top cover back. Oh, that's awesome. Cool, so you can push the glass back and it'll let it vent inside of there. And it has like a stopper on the glass so you can't push it too far. That's awesome. Let's get the box up on top. Oh, there's stuff in here. That's genius packaging. It looks pretty clean on the inside. I gotta fix a roller from shipping, but should still be okay. Yeah, all good inside. They really give you all the steps at the same time, but it's for 2 separate printers. So you can connect this apparently to the +4, and you can connect it to the Q2, which is what I have. So these all, wow, this is like excessively long. I feel like I should cut these because the video or the picture is way shorter. Like on the picture, those cords are way shorter than mine, but we can start with this and see if I run into issues. But I feel like I'm gonna run into issues. Look how long this is. But we'll do what it says to start, I guess. Just seems like an excessive amount of work it's gonna have to do to feed it. Top slot here. Here to the 8-pin slot. Okay, so the Qidi box is connected. I guess now all I need to do is plug it in. All right. Everything is on. Remove everything that's underneath. All right. It's gonna start self-testing per usual. And I'm gonna start downloading the slicer so we can get our first print underway. I don't even know what I wanna print first. I guess I'll start with some minis since that's what I always start with. And I need some for my mystery box for this month. So I'll find some either Zoo 3D or Koza. I've been printing a lot of Koza stuff. Both have some really fun minis. Ooh, that's cool. So the slicer is based off of Bamboo Labs, Prusa slicer, all the ones you guys are probably familiar with. And so when you start picking your filaments in the profiles, they have a lot of the ones you would be used to using. So of course they give you all of the Qidi options, and then they have Bamboo, they have Overture, they have Polymaker in there. They have some Hatchbox, and they have generic. So I'm basically just gonna pick generic, Overture, and Polymaker because those are the 3 that I normally use, and I mainly print PLA, so I'm gonna stick with that for now. Okay, and so once it finishes going through its calibrations, I'll need to find a way to pair my Q2 to my account. But for now, we're gonna find some fun minis to print. Zoo 3D, they released some fun skeleton dinosaurs. And I think that's what I'm gonna go with. It's not multicolor. They're all gonna be just like plain white. But I think that'll still be a fun test. I'm gonna fill the bed, see how the bed adhesion is, see how the quality is. And I think that'll be really good. I'm gonna run it at their generic 0.16 layer height. That's what I like to run my minis at. I'm probably gonna use Overture filament because I think that is the only white that I have here at the shop. But besides that, we'll load the filaments, hit go, and then we'll be ready to do maybe something else. I guess we'll also be testing out how this thing does with cardboard spools. I guess it's going well. It's like a roller coaster. Okay, I guess it's ready to go. It says 18 hours and almost 300 grams of filament. We'll see what happens. Not the external spool. Okay, we're updating the firmware. We're gonna see if that helps. The filament in the Qidi box doing all that nonsense is a bit much, but maybe there's a setting I can adjust later to fix that because I turned it off in my Bamboo AMS. I do not like it to do all the feed stuff. Just put the filament in, let it be there, it's good. So hopefully that's something I can change. So while the printer is finishing its whatever, update, calibration, you know, I need to package some orders. So I saved this for the end because today I did the fun stuff first. But we do have a couple things. We have a nameplate. This is technically a nurse nameplate, but this person wanted it to say Teach RN. Apparently that is her Instagram or something, maybe. But we have this. And I actually have 2 bookmarks that I need to package and ship out. Okay. No, I don't need that today, buddy. All right, nameplate done. The 2 bookmarks I sold are these 2, Space and the German Shepherd. Space bookmark, ready to go. Okay, that is all we had to package, just a nameplate and a couple bookmarks. I have 1 more nameplate at home that's still printing, and I have a digital order that I need to take care of as well this afternoon. The printer appears to be ready. Let's go see if we can actually get that running now. Okay, so I need to reconnect this. Okay, so I'm trying one more thing to get it to connect. So it's saying in the app that I can see the printer, but it's saying that everything is offline, and so I'm trying to troubleshoot that. If I can't get this to work, then I'll just put it on the USB and send it so I can at least just get the thing working, and then I'll be able to update you guys later. So I'll have to troubleshoot later and figure out what is happening, but it says everything should be good to go. No box detected. All right, so that is annoying too. Box is powered on and properly connected. It is both of those things, so let me restart the box. All right, so this is my last time testing it, trying to get the box to connect, trying to get the printer to connect, and I'm running out of time. So if I can't get that to work, I'll put the single spool holder on the back, and I'll run this print that way because it's just a single color print, and I can, and I just wanna see this thing work. I can troubleshoot later, but for now, I just want a print. No box is detected. Okay. Maybe that is a common issue, maybe that is just a me issue. I don't really know what to do about the box not connecting. I guess I'm gonna put the spool holder on because I can't get that to work. And now my only white filament is in the box. All right, well, I'm just gonna clip this, put this on the side, load this. So I'm sure it's a me issue, and I'm just trying to move too fast, and I will eventually figure out what is going on with the connections and the firmwares and whatever is the problem. But for now, we hopefully will at least get a print going. Perfect. Filaments coming out, you guys. Okay, so we've at least fed filament through the external spool holder. Now, let me put this in here. No, still no box. So I gotta figure out how to get the box to register with the printer. It was connecting to the printer until I updated the firmware, and then the box disappeared. So I feel like there's a firmware for the box that I'm just not hitting at the moment. But I think the printer, or the computer at least, is showing me that I have the printer available. It's letting me print from an external spool holder. I feel like it's still gonna tell me that the printer is offline. Yep, it's offline. Okay. So, even though it's showing up here, it's not available for me to send to. So, export this plate. We're back to printing with a USB. Okay. It just took it a second to register that that's what I wanted, but it has started at least making noise, so it is gonna start printing, I think. We'll see what happens, and I'll update you guys in a later video about how I troubleshooted this. Hopefully I can troubleshoot this, because I really would like to use this whole new setup. But I just need to do some reading, hopefully Reddit or Facebook or contact Qidi. But I'll let you guys know. But that is actually where we're gonna end this video. I gotta get the little man home for some lunch and a nap, and my afternoon will be editing this video and handling anything else business-wise, computer-wise that needs to be done at home. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed another day in the life of my small 3D print farm. Thank you to my Patreon members. You guys are amazing, and I could do none of this without you guys. Truly, I am so grateful for you guys. But that's all we got. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.